We are Cindy and Eddie.
And this is Squeeze the Day.
We are in Colorado on our way to see the Grand Mesa. And you're coming along with us. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's a lot of smoke in the atmosphere right now, and that is taking away from our scenery. But let's see what we can get. I had to stop the truck. There's something I've been curious about for a while now. We're driving through Colorado and we've got these hills that are right by the roadside. Usually they're back behind a fence. This one I have access to. I wanted to come over and see what it looks like, and check this out. So these hills, it's dirt, but like if you've ever seen the dry lake bed, they have these things that come up. They're like little cracks in it, and then that's what it looks like. So basically it's just dirt in piles, and it looks like that because after a rain the top layer gets muddy, then dries, and then cracks, and it just looks like that. Time to get back on the road.
Generally you enter on the north side, but we headed towards Lands End off of Route 100 on the west side and entered from there.
We wanted to take a different way to get on top of the mesa, so we took an alternate route which was on the side and a little bit more difficult. However, the views were epic. Make sure that if you go up this way, you have a vehicle that can handle rough terrain. Do not take your RVs or travel trailers or horse trailers with you on this route. Go the main route if you have one of those.
There is camping up here. You're allowed 14 days in a 30-day period.
There are some RV camping sites on the lower portion of this route, but not many.
That would be more beautiful without the haze and the smoke, and that's coming in fast from the north, so we're gonna head south soon. This is to show an example of the blue sky and then the haze. The smoke is thick, and it's getting thicker every day we're here. It's time to move on. And as you can see, that's where we were just a minute ago. There's those campers.
Getting on top of the mesa isn't just a straight drive. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns no matter what route you take. This one in particular was a lot of very sharp turns. But we had the 4x4 Nissan Frontier and we were enjoying the view. As you can see, it was pretty amazing. We also maintained a nice slow speed in order to stay safe on these dirt roads. Take a look at this campsite that was halfway up there. Definitely good for a truck or something significant to get up to. Not ready for an RV, but it was a good spot. After that epic camping site, we're going to keep going because there's more to show you, including this unique picnic area.
You have to park and walk in.
You do not want people driving in here. There is restrooms that they do have available, and I'm guessing that's why the gate's there, so they can service those. Let's take a look at this picnic spot real quick. This picnic area had several different picnic tables available for you to use.
What a cute spot to come and hang out for afternoon.
Pretty good little picnic spot, if you ask me. Pack in, pack out. We're gonna keep going. We're almost to the top, but not quite. And we saw something on the way.
That's so cool.
We saw this group of paragliders, and we thought maybe we could get up there and get an overhead view of them. What we didn't know is that we were in for a little bit of a surprise.
We just came around this hairpin curve.
And this view right here is a good example of why you need to go slow, enjoy the ride, be safe, because the edge is right there. Now take a look at this pretty awesome surprise. This is Sean. He's about to go and take off on his paraglide. We asked him and got permission to film his takeoff, and with a little bit of luck, it's going to be pretty awesome. Let's see what happens. Obviously, there's a lot of preparation in getting ready for this because you want to make sure you're staying safe. Always remember, safety first. And he had a buddy up there with him who went first. What an amazing adventure. Thank you so much, Sean, for letting us watch. Make sure you enjoy your flight, stay safe, and we'll see you on the ground. I know something like this takes a lot of work, but I really feel like once you're up there, it's gotta be relaxing. Hope you guys are having fun. We're moving on to the top of the mesa. Check this out. There's a cabin up here, and this is a really good spot to take an epic view of everything below the mesa. They also have a very significant sized chipmunk population. We took a couple minutes to watch these guys, but we came up here for the views. They might have too, although I'm pretty sure it was for the nuts. Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear what you think of this view up here.
And this is the full view of the observation point.
This is state number 46, but we've got some news. Today we want to talk to you about what our future plans are. As you can see, we've made it to Colorado.
And we've been enjoying it immensely. It's gorgeous here.
We are on the largest mesa in the world. The goal of being here was to stay out of that smoky mess that you're looking at over there
Because of my asthma,
and be able to do some sightseeing.
it's moved south just overnight. It was clear yesterday.
Due to the smoke, we've decided we're going to go south. Now let's talk to you about our final 5 states. That would have been Colorado, Hawaii, Alaska.
North Dakota and South Dakota.
We would have ended up in North Dakota to be able to do the Save the Best for Last program. We will actually talk about North Dakota's Save the Best for Last program when we are in North Dakota. Another thing that we're running into that's preventing us from hitting the final 5 is the smoke is actually in North and South Dakota, so we can't go there.
It's heavy up there. And with my asthma, there's no way that I would be able to go into that area and be able to breathe, basically.
She's already running into issues, and it's
just a light haze right now.
The Alaska and Hawaii trips that we were planning are not doable right now. We thought about driving to Alaska.
There's smoke between here and there that's really thick, and so that's just another reason we can't go north.
And finally, Hawaii has actually advised that people don't fly out there right now. So even if we wanted to, it's restricted.
Yeah. So
that's unfortunate.
We've decided to go south. We're going to hit the southern parts of Colorado before we exit the state.
We hope you've been enjoying this video thus far.
Let's get back to exploring the mesa.
And for all you trail runners out there are plenty of trails up here to be had.
Stopped here, side of the road.
This particular trail had a very abrupt ending, but the view was spectacular.
Basically, drops right off.
I think we've covered RVs, trails, horse trails. Make sure we talk about the animals that are up here. There's something else we got to talk about, and that is a little bit of history. Let's talk a little bit about that. There is a significant amount of history up here on the Grand Mesa. There's a door, it looks open. There were 2 cabins up here, an upper and a lower one. I'm only going to show you one because for the most part they look similar. It's also important to note that both of them were significantly cooler inside than the outside area was. That doesn't mean I would actually want to live in one of these. That's what the historic corral looked like. That's a little piece of the history up here on Grand Mesa. We have about 30 minutes worth of footage of just cows. So in order to keep this short, we're going to cut those down a little bit. Also, I find it significant to note that there are RVs up here by the cows, as well as off by the lake.
Hi. Oh my gosh, he's coming up to us. I got the baby.
Hey guys, you're doing a good job. You're outstanding in your field. Why did the cow cross the road? Because the grass was greener on the other side. Really? You don't say.
You guys are going to be on YouTube. Goodbye.
They have changing rooms, which looks like this. And they have restrooms, but we're not going to show you the inside of those. It's just a regular vault toilet. This is one of the most epic trails we've seen. A lot of people like to use it, including horses. So there'll be horse trailers up here. We're going to take you down the mesa now, going in the opposite direction. We also want to point out there are over 300 lakes at the top of Grand Mesa, including one right by the visitor center. So make sure you stop by there and check it out for yourselves. We also recommend that you stop by there and get a little bit of the information that's available for you so you can plan ahead on your adventures and relaxation up here on top of the mesa.
That guy's got the right idea.
We also want to point out that if you go up the main road, it's a lot easier than the way we went up. So anybody with a horse trailer or an RV, make sure you're taking the main roads. We had a great time up on the mesa today, and we hope you did too.
Thanks so much for joining us, and we look forward to sharing another day with you on our next adventure.
If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so that you can continue to follow along with us as we continue on this adventure.
And as always, squeeze the day and be well.